As you guys know, I participated in AJ's new video.
Yes, you did.
10 super fans of Cristiano Ronaldo. That's me. So yeah, I'm sure you guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I certainly did. But yeah, so let's start with...
Well, how'd you get in?
Yeah, let's start with how I got in. So, Mo over here, he sent me the story of AJ's video saying... Oh,
and you actually applied, fair enough.
We need to apply. So I sent in a entry video, 30 seconds long. You want to play it now?
It'll probably be on the screen.
Here it is. Alright, I just woke up. Well, let's do it. Nawaf, Al-Ghidi, Sultan Ghanam, got Kaibari. First things off, Al Nasser, best team in the world. Got a little shrine over here. Got the bicycle kick over here. All the shirts over here. Got Ronaldo perfume. Got Ronaldo underwear. 20,000, 30,000 pictures of Ronaldo. Ask all my friends. Ronaldo, that's me. I see that midget, he's just favoritised by the media. Ronaldo's the GOAT. I got a podcast, Back and Forth, just praising Ronaldo. I think I can play ball as well, to be fair. Muchas gracias, afición. Esta para vosotros. So then 20 minutes later, they accepted me. They sent an email saying, oh, we're happy to see you. We want you to come to London on Saturday. And that was on a Tuesday. So since then, I just had to plan out how I'm going to get there. But in the end, I arrived.
To the shoot.
To the shoot. So they said 9:30. I was there like 9:15, you know, Ronaldo time. I was getting there early.
Yeah, sure.
I arrived at the shoot. It was a little studio. Bradley was just sitting there.
Bradley
was just sitting there.
With his New York accent.
Yeah, with his New York. His name is actually Bradley as well.
Is actually Bradley?
His name is actually Bradley.
Oh, fairs.
He's very nice, very genuine. One of the nicest people. Yeah, we also saw a lot of other content creators as well, as you guys saw, participants of the video.
Yeah, I think Stars. There's Elias as well.
Max Kadar, Faisal, all of them. The SDS podcast as well. Shouts to them. One of our like inspirations as well.
Of course.
But yeah, so it was just weird seeing all of them in person. You know, connecting with them, talking about them, talking to them, and yeah. So
how did the round start? Because you said there was like what? How many rounds was it?
So overall, there was 5 rounds.
5 rounds. Go on, take us through it.
Okay, round 1. So it was a long delay to start. The studio was cold as well. You can see me in the video. I was freezing. I was freezing in the video, but all of us were. But so round 1 was like a mastermind type of game. So AJ was in a suit. Opposite us was obviously the contestants, and then we had to obviously do a little intro. You guys obviously didn't know what I said.
What is your name?
Jamal dos Santos Aviero.
So what do you do?
Ronaldo. And then yeah, so I thought that I did really bad.
Probably not.
In the end, I got second. I got 12, but so many answers that I could have got.
12 was in. 12 was it like a quiz?
Yeah. So 12 answers scored correctly. I felt like I could have got more. I was a bit slow with my answers, and a lot of my replies were quite fast and quite just. I wasn't thinking properly, so yeah.
The guy got second and still complaining, you know.
So yeah, that's why in the end of the round, you know, the close for me, as AJ was announcing who got through, I was very nervous because I didn't want to get out first round, but luckily I didn't.
Imagine you went all the way there and got.
Luckily I didn't.
That was so sad.
Yeah. So round 2. You want to talk about round 2 now?
Go ahead.
So round 2, so there's like 20 minutes between the rounds, intervals. We got back to the studio after the set, and there was just 5 random people just waiting for us, and I was like, what are you guys doing?
What do you mean random?
They were like, oh, we're part of the question, we're part of the new round, next round. These 5 random people. So I was like, okay. So then round 2, we all sat down at a long table. All of us had whiteboards and pens, and then AJ, he's going to bring out 5 contestants, and each of them are going to be numbered 1 to 5, and each of them are going to do something, and AJ is going to ask, for example, like, is this Ronaldo's product? So yeah, so overall, I think that was one of the exciting rounds I experienced, because
Ronaldo's product. So you just smelling his boxes?
No, not the boxes. It was the perfume. It was the razor, and then they had his products as well. So I was the only one to get the product correct.
Only one person.
After that, I progressed to the next round, and I had the opportunity to save 1 person from the remaining contestants.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why, hence my speech. Throughout the rounds, I've developed a lot of friendships, laughter, a lot of jokes and vibes, but there can only be one for me to choose. I'm a Madrid fan. I'm a Madridista.
Oh, I love Madrid, man.
And for that, It'll be finished off.
Yes! Vamos, baby! Yes!
Round 3. So this was the round where each of us had to voice why we should win the golden ticket and why we should be in the match in Inter Miami versus Al Nassr. So as you guys saw, I spoke the truth and I literally said everything that was on my mind. And well, you know, for me guys, 20 years old, 20 years of experience, you know, leading up to this moment, I think this is my purpose. This is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm made for. You get me? To be there will be a dream, will be an honor to see the GOAT and the other guy play head to head. So yeah.
Jamal just said that this is meant for him.
So then we obviously had to vote each other off, and my vote was obviously Max Kadar. A bit controversial, but I thought that he was there, you know, in both shoots, and he obviously never said truly explicitly that Ronaldo is the GOAT. He said he was one of the great players, but not the GOAT, and he was a content creator. Hence why I decided to go for him. Round 4, which was the football. So football, they did not tell us what we were doing. We got in the Uber to the pitch. They told us Big John was the keeper, and we were doing a penalty shootout. And oh my God, yes. So that was when the nerves started.
Saying Big John, 6 foot brother.
We talked about this. I think we already predicted that Big John was going to be keeper, but for them just to flip a name drop that when you were on the way to the pitch, it was just stupid. It was just so like, oh shit. So yeah, they finally decided we were going to do 5 penalties each, and the person who scored the most obviously goes to the next round, the final, round 5. So we got to the pitch. It was like 4:30. It was always getting a bit dark already, so we had not much time to shoot. First up was Max Kadar. He got 1 out of 5 in the pens. So then I was just like, okay, I was a bit confident because 1 out of 5. At first, when he scored,
chances are high.
Yeah, when he scored his first one, I was a bit shaky, but he scored his last. He missed his last 4. I was confident. So they nominated me to go next, and I was a bit like, could have, you know, maybe one of the other content creators could have went up next, but they nominated me. So I was like, okay, why not? Let me show my thing. So stepped up, scored the first penalty. So now here's the controversial part coming up now.
This is the part that I'm annoyed about.
No. So I was discussing with him as well. So I decided after the reports, after the research done by Argentina goalkeeper Martinez. So he researched that as a keeper in the penalty shootout, if you concede your first penalty, the next penalty you face, you have to dive because you're more desperate to save the penalty. So that was the research, and that was my philosophy. That was what I was thinking. So as I scored the first penalty, I was like, after I scored it, I was like, I know what I'm going to do next. In terms of viral, in terms of just audacity, in terms of like this disrespect. No disrespect to John, because he was very nice as well. But yeah, I decided to
go in the middle.
Go in the middle and pinanker it. So that was.
We know how that went.
Yeah, that was horrible. I think for my run up, I just gave it away. I was a bit too slow with the run up. I was a bit too, not hesitant, but I was just too obvious that I was doing it, predictable. Big John, fair enough. If he dived, then that would have been like viral, and I would have been happy. But anyways, so then obviously I had to redeem myself after that. Taking the third penalty, I had to redeem myself to show like, okay, I'm not just some weird Ronaldo obsessed fanboy, which I am. But I had to obviously prove that. So then I said to the camera, you know what, listen, this is me, and then bam, top bins. I think top bins. Yeah, it was top bins. It was very nice. Very proud. The Jude Bellingham final penalty. I was like, okay. I got 3 out of 4 so far. I want to do a bit of like something different. So then no look. It's alright.
It worked. Yeah.
It worked.
Took you to the sudden death round.
Took me to the sudden death. I mean, like when it was a bit more power, it worked. It wasn't like satisfying, but they all went in. So yeah. So I got 4 out of 5. So I was like, 4 out of 5 is perfect. I was like, okay. I'm not going to be cocky, I'm not going to be confident, but I'm pretty confident that I will get to the final. Because 4 out of 5 is very good, especially against Big John.
Yeah.
But Star went up next. No, it wasn't. It was Elias. He got like 2 out of 5 as well, I think it was. So I'm like, okay, I'm confident. So there's last 2. So there's Star.
I'm getting to the final, baby.
Star left his boots at the studio in the Uber. He forgot them, so we didn't go back. So he decided, you know what? Let's take off my Uggs, I think he was wearing, and let's play with his white socks. So I was like, okay, even more confident now. Even more like confidence running through my head. He scored 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I still don't get how that happened, but I mean,
One of them was dodgy
Yeah,
as well.
I saw
One
that,
of
I saw
them,
that, I saw
I
that,
don't
I
know
saw
if it's match fixing, if it's rigged, if it's like a bit of Argentina in the World Cup. Because I'm not sure. I need to watch that again. But Big John, he could have saved that. He could have saved
Yeah,
that.
for sure,
He went
for
through the
sure.
middle and he went down his legs, through your legs. That was a bit.
I would be annoyed.
That was a bit, yeah. But we're all a bit shaky. But then Faisal went up. So Faisal was the guy that I was very close with throughout the set. I spoke with him the most.
yeah.
I talked. We bounced off each other. We had good chemistry, good connection. Obviously, Madridista. He got 4 out of 5. Okay, and I was very surprised because I obviously nominated him and I saved him from round 2, knowing that there could be a football challenge. So I was very surprised. 4 out of 5. So then it was both of us. It was both of us.
Underestimated him.
I did. I'm sorry, Faisal. You're very good at penalty, very composed. But so we had sudden death basically. AJ said, whoever scores or the misses, he goes to the final. This is the final now. So, strangely enough, I stepped up again. They obviously told me to step up. Let me tell you what I was thinking. So I wasn't actually nervous, you know. I think I mentioned the shout out back and forth in the camera before I took the final penalty.
That's nerves.
It wasn't nervous because I was very confident. I did the Ronaldo stance. I breathed in, I breathed out. I was very just composed, but I don't know why. I was looking at the right side. I was literally, my right side is the favourite side. I talked to one person in the shoot and he said that Big John's weak side is his right side. So that's our left when we take the penalty. So that was ringing in my head. So whilst taking it, I was looking at the right side. It was so open, it was so free. But as I shot the ball, I remembered that the guy said his weak side
Your
is...
left, yeah.
So that's what I did. And I didn't even look at the other side and he saved it.
How did that feel?
Yeah, I mean... I achieved a lot in the set. I was very happy with the video, but that was very disappointing.
Because it was an easy, like, you could have just went through. It's just a penalty when you think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially because I wasn't nervous, so I knew that I could have easily just placed it on the right, and that was a poor penalty. It wasn't really placed much, and I didn't really think of it. And then obviously Faisal stepped up and he scored the penalty. It was I could have scored it. I could have got 5 out of 5 even if it wasn't for the Penenka. But
that was the round you lost.
So all the what ifs. We do a lot of what ifs in this podcast, but that was a what if that could have been amazing.
But then apparently, I mean, if you said if Faisal was gonna win, he would have taken you with him. Apparently.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little inside story. I mean, I think talking to everyone, they knew how much of a Ronaldo fan I was. They knew how big of a fan I was. I was still rooting for Faisal. Star, I respect him. Obviously, I like Star as well. But I wanted, Faisal to win. Maybe I could have got the spot. But unfortunately, as you guys know, the bluff didn't work, and Star won. But yeah, I want you guys to know.
I think he did pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, I want you guys to tell me because. First time shooting with all these influencers, all of them had some sort of experience, but I came very far, but it wasn't good enough.
We've got a long way to go still, though.
Still a long way to go. But hopefully that's the start of many things to come. So let's see what happens.
Give us your opinions about his performance, let's say.
Let me know, even if it's harsh, even if it's good, let me know. So yeah.
Sweet.